Ciao famiglia, welcome to another YouTube video and to my YouTube channel. I'm actually starting this video with my camera this way for some reason, I'm not sure why, but very exciting today. I feel like my hands are too shaky to even hold the camera, nowadays I just need a tripod. Let me just position you and explain what this video is going to be about. Obviously, I'm showing you my gym essentials, my workout essentials of what I use to go to the gym, what helps me prep to the gym and what helps me during my workouts. I'm going to do some baking. By the way, today I'm going to show you my favourite high protein chocolate cake that I showed you in one of my previous videos, and because you guys loved it, I thought, why not actually sharing the full recipe with you today. So we're going to be baking together as well today in this little vlog, but let me just position it here and take you through my day. So I'm going to start by waxing myself. Okay guys, I don't know about you, if you're Mediterranean or if you just have just slightly more hair than anyone else. I'm blessed because from some way, like from one perspective, obviously I have thick hair, like here, I've got full eyebrows, like I never have to fill them out. Like my eyelashes are quite long, so all I need is just usually some mascara and I'm done. So I'm quite lucky from this perspective, but from the other side, I'm really hairy. Like, I'm not telling you, like sisters, honestly, like I need to shave every 2 days. Like my hair growth is insane. It's the same with my nails, which is obviously for some people is good, but obviously, and I'm lucky and I'm grateful about that, but at the same time it's always having to shave myself. I was actually considering laser, but it's really pricey at the same time, isn't it? So we'll see. Anyway, one of the things that I need to do regularly, apart from shaving everywhere else, is my brows and my moustache. Like, I can't believe I'm actually saying that, because until a few years ago I used to be embarrassed to even say that I had a moustache, but then, like, you know what I mean, like I just don't care. This is me, and if I've got a moustache, I'm Mediterranean, so I can't really help it, and I'm waxing, so it's not that I'm leaving it there. I actually love these ones, the sensitive skin strips. They're called cold wax strips. Let me just show you. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so with these, why are these better? So I used to use normal waxing strips, but you have to like heat them up. I used to use a hairdryer as well. It was a mess, honestly. But with these, I feel like there's so much. First of all, I feel like they're more lightweight and they don't irritate my skin as much. Although, as soon as I literally take it off, you'll see that literally, I'll go red raw. It takes me ages to do this. Come on, Kiara. You've done it so many times. Do it. You don't want a mustache. Ooh, okay. That wasn't too bad. Oh my god, I'm so dramatic all the time. Why am I so dramatic all the time? Ooh. And then to kind of create the shape and get rid of all the hair. I think, why do you not go to like a salon to get it done, right? I'm just too lazy to even go. So what I do then, I literally brush my hairs all the way out, because I swear my hair is so long. I've got so much in my eyebrows. Literally, I'm going to show you how crazy it looks now after I finish brushing it up. So look how I've got so many. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go over with the scissors and trim them at the top. Just because honestly, I know that people actually like want full eyebrows, but mine are literally like too much. So I'm just going to keep tweezing and plucking the rest of the hairs around, and I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so now the moment of the truth. Kind of try to recompose myself a little bit, but here is my gym bag. Right, one thing that I want you to know, so the first thing I want you to, little tip and trick for you, and this is a tricky one, because listen, you might think that you're fine carrying a one shoulder gym bag. As women, we tend to carry a lot of one shoulder things. They're sometimes really heavy. And listen, I know it's gonna sound so weird, but me personally, I used to be like, oh, like with a backpack, I look a bit silly, like, you know, I'm 25. There's nothing wrong with that, and your health is so important. And why am I saying your health is so important? I used to wear all the time a one shoulder normal gym bag. You put it on one side, and I thought it was fine. Like, of course it was heavy, and I was obviously swapping around each side all the time. But there is always one side that you keep it more dominant, right? So I went for a visit to, what's it called, chiropractor. So I went to the chiropractor for a visit. And he did like a body scan, like X-ray scan. And he actually noticed that there are two things. Because I always thought, oh, my posture is actually quite alright. I'm not that bad. But actually no, because from the X-ray scans, he actually realised that my spine is slightly shifted to one side. So it's almost like a mini scoliosis. And I was like, that's impossible. I literally been lifting, I lift weights, and my form is always right. I make sure I always check my form. And the guy said, do you carry any one bag shoulder bags or anything like that? And I'm like, yeah, all the time. Like, I actually even carried it to his clinic and was like, right, this thing is heavy. And imagine you walk into the gym every single day with this heavy bag, you will tend to create a sort of imbalance. So I just thought to myself, listen, why would I keep compromising my spine health for the sake of looking cool or whatever? And it's not even that, like, honestly, it's so much healthier and better. So I just like, it's still not ideal, but it's better than just having one weight on one shoulder and create that imbalance. So at least I have it on both of my shoulders. So I always use my backpack now. Looking at what's actually inside. So depending on the day that I'm using, I always have my gym belt. Right, girls and guys, gym belt is not to be used for every single weight that you lift. I only use the gym belt, for example, when I'm squatting or I'm lunging, but I'm going really, really heavy. So really, really heavy for me is like past 75 kilos when I'm squatting. Anything else, you want to make sure you engage your core and use your core, okay? So the belt is only when I'm going really, really heavy. I don't do it throughout the full workout. Another thing is my tripod, because guys, obviously I film myself at the gym quite a lot, and I post stories, so I gotta do what I gotta do. I got this from Amazon, literally, like, it's not even that expensive. Same as the belt. Everything actually I got from Amazon, so that's. And literally, this is the holy grail, guys. Like, I'm not even joking. This is the best thing I've ever purchased. It's from Amazon. And you'll see me using it for practicing my chin-ups. Obviously assisted. But the most important thing that this helps me with is with my hips. Stretching my hips, dynamic stretches at the beginning of my squats that I always do at every single leg day at the beginning of my workout. Remember, static stretches, never, you only do them at the end. Dynamic, at the beginning. Then I also have a mini band. So now, the only thing with this is, these rubber bands, the mini ones, the one is fine, like it lasted me for ages, but these, they tend to snap quite often. So I should actually invest in a fabric one. However, the fabric ones, they're really strong. I usually use these when I'm squatting, for example, just to add more pressure and more resistance, when I'm hip thrusting. Sometimes I just literally position it just above my knees, literally here, nothing higher, just here. And if I use something that is too strong, my knees will tend to cave in. So this is strong enough, but not too strong, if it makes sense. So this is really perfect for me. And I've got like loads of them because they snap all the time. So I have like loads. My little ankle strap. I just prefer having my own just because, first of all, if there is a lot of people using the gym ones, I've got my own and don't have to worry about queuing for it. And secondly, I feel like gyms hardly have one that fits your ankle. So usually they might have something that can fit your leg or anything like that. This is like perfect for me, honestly. It just fits my ankle perfectly. It's very sturdy. Again, I got it from Amazon. Then in my gym bag, obviously I've got a brush. Literally, this goes to all my hair in it. Obviously the gym bag was not packed as if I was to go yet. But I always put one extra pair of leggings, a spare one. Why? Oh my god, my throat. I put an extra pair because you never like imagine, but once I literally was at the gym and I ripped one of the leggings that I had on. And I didn't have an extra pair, and since then I'm like, right, I'm always going to have an extra pair of leggings in case that happens. So you can never be too safe. Obviously guys, you know that I'm obsessed with Alphalete Leggings. They amplify. I kid you not, I don't work with them. I'm not sponsoring them or anything, but literally they're all aware. I absolutely adore them, and I'm always waiting for the next launch so that I can just grab a few more pairs. So that's the same. And then I've got these that obviously I don't use during leg day. I use mostly when I do push, so a bench, because I noticed that since I started, it's a bit itchy after that, I need to not to touch it. Since I started doing push and going a little bit heavier with my bench press, actually I did 40 kilos the other day, so I'm actually quite proud of myself. I'm actually progressing quite well. But my wrist started getting a bit sore, so I got these wrist straps, again, from Amazon. I just use a refillable, normal bottle. I mean, I'm not really bothered. And sometimes I would bring a snack with me, but it's not always, to be fair. It depends if I'm going on an awkward time when, for example, I didn't have food for a long time, like 4 hours or something mad, then I would pack a snack. And speaking of food though, I told you that last time I baked my favorite high protein chocolate cake, right? And I'm about to show you how to make it. Listen to me. This cake is absolutely insane. I'm just going to show you how to make it. Just like, it's the best thing ever. You're going to be thanking me. Okay, for me, yeah, apron is on. Means that it's going to get real very soon, okay? Got all my ingredients for my special high protein cake. And we're not going to use any eggs. You're going to need a scale, obviously. A little bowl. Plain flour. Usually use oat flour for baking, but I ran out of oats because usually I literally use them so much. So you can use oats, blend them in a little Nutribullet and use oats if you want more vitamins and properties. But if not, you can use normal plain flour, okay? You're gonna need baking powder, brown sugar because it's healthier, chocolate powder, cocoa powder, is that how you say it? Anyway, and then unsalted butter, and that's it. And obviously your protein powder. So let's start without any further ado. I'm gonna go with 150 grams of flour, 100 grams of brown sugar. Obviously we're making a full cake, right guys? So we're not gonna have all this in one portion. Obviously you have it throughout the day, you give it to your friends, you know what I mean? Because it sounds like a lot of sugar, but you're not having it all at once, and also it's healthier, so you'll be fine. 60 grams of cacao powder. Actually, going to put 50. 2 teaspoons of baking powder. 1 and 2. And obviously your protein powder. Right, so I tried it first with only 1 scoop, but I feel like I want to put more protein and make it more proteiny, but I don't recommend, but I've never tried it with more protein. I don't know whether you will change the taste. So just to be sure, try 1 scoop first and see if you like it, because with 1 scoop it was delicious. So obviously get some nice tasty protein. I want to use maybe like that much more, so we'll say 1 scoop and a half I'm using, okay? Just to put some more protein, you know. I'm gonna measure 90 grams of British butter, okay? I'm gonna have to melt it, so yeah. I'm gonna melt 90 grams of butter, unsalted, in the mic. You also need 380 ml of warm water. So literally gonna not boil it, but just get it a bit warm in a kettle. Adding the butter, the liquid butter. But like, because my bowl is so tiny, I need to do it slowly. And the water, I'm gonna do it slowly but slowly. I'm gonna pour it. Do this. Needs to be really smooth. Needs to literally be really runny. So keep adding more. Literally, this is how runny you want it. I didn't end up using it all this time for some reason. By all means, the water is completely dependent on the consistency of your ingredients. So, for example, if you'll be able to see if your batter needs more water than it is. Basically, you need to have the same consistency as this. Okay, see what I mean? So obviously, if it's still too dry, you'll add all the water, but this is perfect for me. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to grab a tray and bake it really. So I'm going to put it in the oven for 20 minutes, but I'll be checking regularly. I'll be checking every like 15 minutes time probably. Just put like a little fork inside to make sure it's cooked. This is the end product. Obviously I don't have like a round cake tray, but obviously if you have a cake tray it's even better. Obviously the shape is a bit funny because I used as I said, maybe from this side is a little bit better. Because I used that foil, but honestly I promise you it's delicious. Last time I had it, mwah. So I'm not gonna taste it now, probably leave it because it's still quite early. I might have it as a dessert. First I'll have my lunch. This is the meal I'm gonna have now. That's for my lunch break. Just having 150 grams of chicken. Then I didn't really exaggerate with the potatoes just because I'm gonna have obviously more carbs later. So I decided to have less potatoes and obviously my veggies. So far this plate is about, let me tell you now, 573 calories. And the breakfast that I had before was 630. So far I'm on 1,200 calories. And my goal for leg day is 2,570 calories, which means I still have 1,367 calories left. It's just easier if I show you. So you see, I still have all these left to eat. So that definitely will serve that cake and then dinner later. Absolutely amazing. So this is how you can enjoy every single meal by tracking everything you have, making sure that everything always fits within my calories. If, for example, I had a few snacks overall, so I only had 2 meals, 2 big meals, but let's say I had more snacks overall, I probably wouldn't have the cake now, would have it the day after, so I can swap the foods around and the calories around a little bit better. As you can see, if you struggle with this, I can help you with a meal plan. I can include tasty recipes like that cake and many more, like donuts, pizza, so many different tasty foods. We're in balance with hearty and nutritious foods that your body needs as well. For this, link in the description below to start one-to-one online coaching with me if you want to get serious. You want to be able to sustain a balanced diet, okay, whilst working out, enjoying foods that you love, and without guilt, okay? You can do it as well if you want to lose weight. You just have to calculate less calories and incorporate less snacks and do a few swaps with your food, which I can do for you as well. So whether you want to lose weight, gain weight, or maintain at the same time, I can do a personalized plan for you. Again, link description below. Now that being said, I'm going to eat this up and then do the taste test with you later. Also very, very useful for you to know how to calculate your macros when you do something that is big and obviously you're having just a slice, right? So listen to this, how I calculated this. So let me bring out the full thing. Okay, so actually this just fell out. So you can see I've got a big piece here, and there you go. And that is the missing piece that I'm gonna have now, okay? Now, I calculated the full amount of all the ingredients that I used in this, okay? And then I divided it by 7. Why by 7? Because I decided in my head, I'm gonna have 7 portions of this. So I'm gonna divide this into 7 little pieces, okay? Like this one, okay? Obviously we're estimating here because I can't know that in this little piece there is exact this amount of cacao and this exactly the same amount of flour and sugar that I use, okay? But when we estimate, is the best thing that we can do to track, okay? So all I did was, obviously I used 100 grams, 150 grams of flour, all the ingredients that are basically listed to you. I put them all in my fitness pal, and because I decided I'm gonna have 7 pieces of this, okay? The total amount of calories divided by 7, I'll tell you what it was, is exactly 333 calories, which is actually a big snack. Now, let's say someone else doesn't have 333 grams left, or maybe they're dieting, they have less calories than me because they're not bulking, let's say that they're dieting, right? What's the easiest thing that you would do? You would divide that long cake into smaller pieces so you can have less calories, okay? So if I divided all those calories by 10, for example, obviously the piece will result much smaller than this, but I can still enjoy it and I can still have it. Do you know what I mean? Or if you still want to have a bigger piece like me, just have less calories after. Like maybe don't have snacks and skip a snack, or have less calories for your dinner later. Do you know what I mean? But for me, this fits perfectly with my calories, and depending on what I have for dinner, because I have over 1,000 calories left still to consume after this, I might have another piece because it'll help me with my daily calories. So do you start to understand how it works in terms of the calories? You have to play them up, and sometimes, yes, you have to estimate, because if you cook a big thing, obviously you can't have the big thing, otherwise there will be the whole calories for the day. But you can still enjoy things like a cake that you made, or maybe something else from Tesco, from the supermarket, sweet. As long as you scan the little barcode, you know how many calories you're having, and you subtract or you add the calories, throughout the day. So you have less snacks, for example, you have less calories for dinner, for example. This is the way you go, and this is the way to go. Now, what I'm gonna have, this delicious, I'm gonna do the taste test. Look how pretty it looks, by the way. Like, how amazing. It's like the Bruce cake, isn't it? Lovely. So I'm gonna have this as my dessert, and I'm gonna just microwave this for 20 seconds just because I like it warm. Okay? I like it nice and warm. Yummy. Obviously, let me take an Insta picture of the gram. Yes. I can't really taste the protein. Like, do you know when like you put protein, sometimes you can taste it. Definitely try it out for me, yeah, if you have some of the ingredients. It doesn't take a long time, and it's pretty easy. You just throw everything in a bowl and mix it all together. But I'm gonna crack on with some more work, and then I'll go to the gym. But I feel like I've showed you a few things today, so I'm gonna wrap up the vlog here. And don't make sure you like and subscribe. I hope you learned something, and you can try this little recipe with me next time. I hope you have a lovely day, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you very soon.